Hey, what's up guys, NPS3D here and welcome back a new tutorial. So basically inside this tutorial we are getting audio spectrum. So if you are going to make a music video where you have a music and you are going to animate some motion graphics things like that, so this tutorial is for you guys. Just take a look what we are going to create today. After that we'll start so let's take a look what we are going to create today. So here is the final result. Alright, so there are some steps, so let's get started and save this project and let's try to recreate this because my system is not too much good, so it cannot handle a heavy work. So just press Alt and click the right mouse button and change the bit, right, and just click here to make a new comp and just rename it to the Plexus, right, and just create a new solid and rename it to the Plexus again. Alright, and just add a Plexus, and I am using Plexus 3, and if you don't have, you have to buy it or just upgrade if you have a older version. So just select this Plexus again, and here is a option. Alright, so add geometry. So in this one I am going to use a primitive, right, this one, and let's do some adjustments. So primitive is cube is good, and go to the cube properties and just down the point. So basically the point does is, if I press 1, let's add a new camera, and 28 millimeter is good, and you can change it according to your. So basically you can see this is saying the X point is 2, and if you want to change the Y and G also, so you can see how it's affecting. Alright, so basically I'm going to change it to 4, 4 and 4, and width size you can just type 90, 100, something around that to make it smaller like this, right, and just scale it, zoom it with your camera tool. Alright, so let's add a factor called the noise, and let's increase the noise amplitude. So you can see this is create some noise in the cube, right, but you are not getting too much what I am saying. So just add a render lines, right. So now you can see the cube, and the line thickness should be, I put 0.4, and let's now increase the noise amplitude. So you can see right here, so this is good. Here go to the noise details, but we'll go to later. First let's do some adjustment, more adjustments. So here is a get opacity from vertex. You can go here or just uncheck and just do what you want. You can choose here also over distance and over thickness. So I'm going to choose this, and the intensity, opacity little bit more, so good enough, right? And now let's add one more render called the triangulation. Alright, here, so go to the properties, and maximum distance is 100 is good, and if I will play it, nothing happening because I did not animated it. So go to the noise section again. So here is the noise, and go to the noise details, and here is your option called noise evaluation. So sorry if I pronounce yes wrong. So let's add a expression on the noise evaluation. So just press Alt and click on the stopwatch and just type time star very small little amount because I'm animating with a small motion, so I'll put 35 is good enough. If you want more motion, so you can just increase the number, right? This is too slow, so let's 60. Yeah. And my home is almost near the public road, so here's too much noise, and I will try to remove that noise. Let's see what's happened after the completing the tutorial. So let's move on the next step. So this is done. Let's go again in the Plexus triangulation render, and here is a option called triangulus distance. Every frame just change it to the over time interval, right? So basically what it does, let me show you. So you can see this is flickering, but if I change it to the over time travel, so this will definitely on and off, but with a fade in and fade out. You can see this is not flickering now, so this is good, and this is good, right? And here is a change it to this one, and the get opacity from vertex, so I'm going to uncheck it and I will put the opacity something around the 35. Yeah, good enough. Now it's time to color it. So for color there is a two option which I know. So basically you can create a, go to the select the layer Plexus and go to the effector, and here is the option called color map. So if you choose it, and here is the option apply map to apply color map here, right? So you can just create your own background with your specific color, particular color which you want. So you can choose it and just check select that layer here, and this will be like that. But now in this tutorial I am not going to do that. I am going to something different. I'm in the second, right? So go to the noise again, and here's the noise effector, and I'm going to change it to color, and this is called noise, and this is called object, right? And you can also change it all things alike, but just good enough here. So here is the option called apply noise to the color, and here is the color type RGB. Good, but nothing happened. Why? You know, you have to increase the amount of color, I mean noise amplitude, because then it will happen. But you can see this is just doing a lot of, I mean this is just increasing the saturation level of the material of this one. All right, so what you will do if you need a different color, right? Not like this color. So go to the noise details, and here is the scale amount, right? So you can just do with X, Y, and G also. So choose which one you like. So let me see which is looking good for me. So I think all results are coming very good. I like it, but let's see. Yeah, this one looks good for me, and you can definitely change it, right? And you can see this is like, here is a lot of opacity just because layer by layer. It means the one object coming upward and the another Plexus face is coming backward. That's why it's going like this. Otherwise you can see here and here also. So what you can do, more just down the opacity like 20, and now it's looking good, right? And if you want to play with line more, so come over the line properties, and you can just increase the thickness or opacity. So I'm going to choose the opacity 100% and the thickness 0.5. So now this looks amazing, maybe for me, and it's maybe not looking good for you, but don't worry. So this is good. So done. Let's save the project and we'll call this Plexus tutorial, right? And let me show you the preview so you can see. Looking good, right? Just looking good, definitely looking good. So now let's add a solid, and this will be go to the optical flare, and let's apply optical flare. And where I am searching, this is the FX console, so you can download it from Video Copilot also, and it's 100% free. So not optics compensation, optical flare, right? And go to the options. Maybe I will click 3 times, 2 times. Let's see how many times I will click to get a optical flare for this particular project. So let's see. Alright, so first click here and clear all, and the second one here and hit OK. Done. So change the blending mode to the additive, or if it's normal, you can just go to the here render mode and choose the transparents, right? So place the point optical flare here, right over here, and change the color to maybe blue. Yeah, definitely looks good. And just rename it. This is pink, I think. This is definitely pink, not blue. And let's duplicate it, and this will be the blue. And just point something around here, and this will be the blue. Good. So 2 optical flare looks good, but you can also add another one here. So let me add, and this will be something like the orange yellowish. Alright. So, and you can do one more thing. You can add some fast blur to every optical flare. So let me show you, and just increase it so you can see before and after, right? So you can do it if you want, and go to the blue again and change a little bit. The first part is almost completed, and I hope you are understanding what I am doing and what I am saying also. So let me do something more and really fast. So if you want to glow your Plexus, so basically just create a new adjustment layer and apply a glow effect. Yeah, shoot, not this one. We want a free glow right here, alright, and just solo both layers, right? So turn down the intensity and increase the radius. Let's duplicate it and increase it, and duplicate again and increase it. But you can see the so let's go with this, right? And select the Plexus layer again and change the opacity something around 50. Now looking good, right? So before and after, right? Looks good. So the first part is completed. Now let's add a new adjustment layer and just add a curves effect and just make the S curve. All right. And if you want to increase some red level and also blue level, right? So looks good for me. And even I down the opacity 10, looks good, right? Let's add one more thing. This is called the solid, and this will be our particular layer, particles. So place just below the adjustment layer and just add a particular and solo the layer. Alright, go to the emitter properties and change it to the box and just add a position in bottom and just increase the velocity in the minus direction, and I mean minus something around 220, and just see the preview. Increase a little bit more. Let's see the preview in the quarter duration so you can move fast. It looks good. Just increase down the amount of the particle per second 60 and also minus 300, and go to the particular and just size randomness and the opacity random is 100%, and the live 3 second is good enough. And if you want, you can also do the live random also 45. So good enough for the tutorial and for this project also. And the size should be little bit down also. Size should be 4 right here. Good. Okay, so if you want to change the color, you can do, otherwise you can leave it white also. So for the color, set the color to the overlay, and here is the color randomness, so you can increase the amount. All right, so good. Let's go to the half resolution, and if you want to apply more glow, so you can do, and you can also make some dust and the smoke with particular and add in this scene, but for the idea the thing is enough, I think. So just add a glow and just increase, so good enough. Save it, so leave it. So just select all these things or just create a new comp again for the audio, right? And let's import the audio first. I will put the link to download the audio in video description, right? So let's add a solid. This is called the audio wave, and just apply call this audio spectrum and choose the audio layer. All right, oh, here you can see, right? So let's add some adjustment in the effect. So the frequency band will just increase it. All right, and the maximum height you will also increase it. And here is the display option. We'll choose side option, we'll choose the side B. And you think I am doing wrong, but why I did, because when you add up polar coordinates, and we will just do it like this. So this will be outer, not inside. All right, so this is good, but we will do something more. So RDO maximum height is good, and the end frequency will just increase or just decrease it, right? So basically this is doing to just zoom the area, specific area, just ending and starting. So see correctly, I am just scaling, I mean not scaling, I am just zoom the area of the audio spectrum, right? So this is good enough, and now let's enable the polar coordinates. And if you want, if you just increase the frequency band like this, and if you don't, you can just lower it. All right, so this is good enough, and let's complete the area. So here is endpoint, so just go, and this one is also okay. So let's take a first look. Right, so this is working good, right? And if you want to apply some color, so you can just add a full color gradient here like this, right? And add some glow, glow. And if you have a star glow, you can also choose the star glow, right? And add some setting, but let's go with the glow first, right? Let's duplicate it, just increase. So Control S to save this, and just maybe the tutorial will be a little bit longer, but don't worry, you are getting the idea right here. And if you add a tint effect, so you can just just add a hue and saturation. So you can just turn down the saturation a little bit. All right, Control S to save the project, because it's very important. Save it. Now let's create a mask, right? So let's create a mask. Scale 102. So good enough, right? Let's duplicate this layer and just scale down and change the color a little bit, like this, or like this, something like this, right? And this is completed, right? Let's go to the Plexus comp and just select all of these and just pre-compose, or you can directly just add the audio here. All right, and let's shrink down to 56. All right, and select all this Plexus layer and things and pre-compose it. Call this Plexus edit, and now let's import your logo, or just go inside the audio, and here you can also just do all your audio and logo things here. So let's import your logo. So import your logo and just cut your logo. All right, unsolo it. And if you want, you can just write your name also. Maybe not, I just add a 70, little bit longer, I mean little bit bigger logo. So good enough, right? Let's add a drop shadow effect. Good. And just come over here. And in the Plexus edit, if you want, you can just apply a fast blur to just 5%, right? and just a new solid and press triple H here and just make it black, or just 789 and hit OK and go to the mode and choose the stencil alpha, and this is done, right? You can see, but let me do something more. Go to the audio waves, audio spectrum, and increase the maximum height a little bit more. Alright, and just scale it a little bit more. So if we press 85, something around 80, 100, so good, like you can see. And let's apply a new adjustment layer and just add a cause effect. Right, go to the Plexus and here, and just apply a one more drop shadow effect here. Alright, so it looks good now. So basically with this trick you can create a music video, motion graphics music video, or just like this. This is also looking good. Let me do some more adjustment. Good, looking good. So in my final example you will see the audio spectrum also rotating. So for the rotation, what I did, go to the audio spectrum logo, and here I just use a transform and put the transform just below the polar coordinate, alright, and just rotate it. You can see. So just add a keyframe on the rotation. So add here and go to the very last of your where the music is ending, and just add something around 12, and let's check is this moving very fast or slowly. So looking good, not very fast. Let's start here. Okay, so looks good. Go to the Plexus, and this is a half resolution, and now the tutorial is finished. If you don't want the fast version, you can also uncheck it and just go only with the Plexus background if you want, but like this. So I hope you enjoy the tutorial, and that's it for now. And if you learned something from today tutorial, so keep subscribe me, keep like, keep comment, and keep share. If you have any problem, please put down in the comment box, and I will definitely try to solve your problem, or I will make a tutorial. Alright, so it's over, and I'm NPS3D. Thanks for watching, thanks for loving me, thanks for supporting me, and we will see you next time with a great tutorial.